Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I want to unbox and test silicone release paper from Amazon. A few days ago someone contacted me on YouTube. They said they had been watching my video where I was reviewing release paper, and they went to the website that I bought mine from, but they couldn't find release paper. So I had a look, and sure enough it looks as if they no longer sell it. So I told them that you can buy it on Amazon, but I have never actually tried any, and he said that he had seen quite a few, but he wasn't sure how good or bad they were, and basically he didn't want to waste his money to only to find out that the paper wasn't any good. So that gave me an idea. It's been a long time since I did that video, and I am still using that release paper, but I know that they have stuff that they call silicone release paper, and I've never tried it. So I actually went on Amazon myself. I looked at reviews on silicone release paper, found one that had 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think it had about 450 reviews, so I thought that looks like a good one to try. So I ordered it, and I picked it up from the post office this morning. The thing is, I went on looking for release paper, and for some strange reason I ended up buying release paper, a diamond painting pen and a diamond painting. I don't know how that happened. So they should all be in here, but today I only want to talk about the release paper. So it's just the typical Amazon cardboard box thing, envelope, not box. So it's in here, and I'm going to open it up, but I am not going to let you see what else is in it, because I want to do them separate reviews. So I take it, I just pull here. The thing about Amazon is the delivery time is mega fast. I have to mention that I live in Denmark, so I order from Amazon.de, which is in Germany, and the listings on Amazon.de, Amazon.com and Amazon.co.uk can be different. I found that out. I was looking to buy an A2 light pad, saw the one I wanted. It did not ship to Denmark. I could only get it on Amazon.com, so I ended up actually getting in touch with a friend in America, asking them to order it, and paid them for the light pad and the shipping. So that was how I managed to get it. So I'll put a note of the name in the description, but I'm not sure about the link, because Amazon.de, people in the States and people in the UK may not want to order from Germany, because I would imagine shipping could be quite expensive. But if I get the name, maybe you can browse the name or search the name on Amazon. Anyway, I'll have a look in the envelope. Excuse me for a second. What I'm looking for is release paper. Not that. Okay, I think I've got it. Down at the bottom, obviously. Okay. Packaging is a bit different, I suppose. It's in a black bag. I don't know if this is going to be of any help to anybody. So it looks like it comes from Spain, actually. 150 stück. So 150 pieces of release paper. It's actually got that in English. I'll take a note of the company name, and I'll put it in the description. So we'll skip this part, I think. So it doesn't actually come in any kind of box or anything. These feel as if they're loose inside. I'd imagine they're probably in a bag, a clear silicone thing. I think I'm going to have to get the blunt scissors out. thought it would just rip open, but it's obviously not designed to be opened easily. Okay, so this is what we've got. Basically in a Ziploc bag. 150 sheets. So I was just curious to see how these compare to the ones that I'm using. As I said, I've been using the ones that I have for a long time. They are double-sided, and I'm just checking to make sure it's shiny on both sides. It looks fine. These actually look about the same size as the ones that I use. I like the smaller ones because it means that you section into small sections. I don't like having big areas, but if you do get release papers in big sections, you could always cut it in half. So it looks about the same size. It does feel slightly different, but not much. So what I want to do is, the diamond painting that I'm working on is actually underneath here, and I'm going to take these covers off and lift the release paper that I've got and put this down, just to see how well it works, or how easy it is to peel back off. Obviously that is very important. So I'll switch over now. So this is what was underneath that cover. When you're watching any of the videos that I do, there is always a diamond painting underneath. Just now it happens to be this one, which is called Roaring Tiger, and it's from Craftology. If you would like to see the unboxing of this one, I will put a link in the description. So the top part is done. Obviously the canvas is sideways because it's so wide I can't fit it on the table, and this is what I've got left. I've got this row and another row, and it'll be finished. So these are the release papers that I've been using for, I don't know, a year and a half, I guess. I use them on every diamond painting, reusable. I think I've thrown away 2. They just eventually start curling up, but I mean, 2 out of, I think I've got something like 200 over a year and a half. That's not too bad. So all I was planning to do was just visually compare them. So this is the pack that I just opened. These are the new ones from Amazon, and if I put them, I'll put this on top of this one, it is very slightly narrower, but it is the same height. What I would suggest is, if you buy release paper and you're not sure about it, what to do is go to the edge of your diamond painting. The glue always goes over the edge of the picture. You always get a piece of glue. What I would suggest doing is, when you get your release paper, if you've got a diamond painting, put the release paper on that strip. Don't put it on the actual diamond painting. Press it down and then peel it off. That came off very, very easily. I'll try it again. So just put it down, press it on the glue, and lift it off very easily. The thing is, not all release paper is double-sided. If you get release paper and it is cheap, or cheaper than the rest, be careful, because it could be that it is only sticky, shiny. You don't want it to be sticky. It is only shiny on one side. It is the shiny side that goes on the glue. If you put the dull side, if it does have a dull side, this one doesn't, if you put the dull side down, it will stick. So that is something to be aware of. Cheapest isn't always best, but the thing to look for is double-sided. So that way it doesn't matter how you put them down, you can peel them off and you know they're going to work. You don't have to think about it. Way back at the beginning, I got release paper. I took it for granted it would be double-sided. I mean, it's obvious it should be, but the stuff that I got initially was single-sided. So what I did was, I put a check mark with a marker on the dull side, just all these ticks. So that way I knew if the check mark was facing up, I was putting it down correctly. I didn't put the check mark on the glue. And I mean, that worked, but you still have to sometimes think about it. There could be times when you're setting up and you've maybe got a pile of release paper, you accidentally knock it and some of it lands on the glue and the non-shiny side sticks. Accidents happen. Maybe you've got little kids who start playing with it and they don't know and they just stick it on, and then you've got a problem. So I would always recommend that you get double-sided. That's the main thing to look for. It said silicone. I don't know what I expected. I think I expected sort of plasticky, like thin plastic, like the silicone cutting boards and stuff. You get them quite thin. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like these, really. Slightly different, but just shiny paper, waxy sort of feel. So I've tested it on there, both sides. Seems to be okay. Now the big moment of truth, I'm actually going to put it on a diamond painting that I'm working on. So I'll peel off mine. You can see when I take it off, I mean, these have been used hundreds of times. It will curl a bit, but what I do is I put it down the other way the next time to sort of counter it. I don't throw them away, they still work absolutely fine. So this one, I'll just replace it, so I'll put it over the glue. And what I want to check or test is how easily it peels back up. You saw that one, a little bit of tension peeling it and it curls. This one, no tension at all. This is better than the ones that I'm using. I can tell that straight away. Now whether it's because these are getting old, I don't know. It does feel slightly different, but again, comes off very, very easily. So I think, yeah, I would say that this is better than the ones that I've been using, but I have had these for a long time, so maybe it's time to switch over. But I can always keep the old ones as spares. There's nothing wrong with them, but these do come off a lot easier. So, as I said, I read it got 4.5 stars. I would definitely say 5 stars. It's a good size, nice and not too small, but definitely not too big. But the thing is, when you set these things up, you can see I've got a big overlap here. You can sort of set the size as you want. So I do it in relatively small sections at a time, and that works for me. I feel as if I'm getting somewhere every time I finish a section, so it doesn't take too long to do a section this big. Even though the part that I'm on at the moment, the tiger, is full of confetti. A lot of colours in this one, a lot more than you may think. But when I get to the edges, it's white, so a lot of checkerboard, nice and easy. Just big checkerboard and fill it in. So I'm getting past the confetti section now, and then this last section, this last strip, shouldn't take too long to finish. And then I'll be moving on to my next project, which will be another home craftology, one that I just opened yesterday, and it has AB drills in it. Home craftology have just started doing ABs, so I got one of them to review, and actually I'll put a link up to that up here, but I will also put a link in the description if you want to have a look at it. So that is it. As I said, I'll try and get a better name description if people want to try and get exactly this one, but I would say it is very good, very, very good. Does not stick. It sticks enough to cover, but you can see, I mean, really, I'm just lifting it really lightly, it comes off. If I use these ones, you can actually hear it as it comes up. It just sticks a little bit more. Doesn't affect the glue. I mean, these are fine, but I would say that these are finer. So that was Silicone double-sided release paper from Amazon. Thinking about it, what I'm going to do is just put the link to Amazon.de, and that way you can see exactly which company it's from, and hopefully you can search on Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk and get exactly the same one. As I said, all I did was I just searched for it and I looked for the one that had the most stars and quite a few reviews. Sometimes you'll see maybe one that has 5 stars and you think, oh, that must be really good. But if you look at how many reviews it's had, you might find it's only got one person's given it 5 stars. That could be somebody from the company. But this one had, I think, about 450. So quite a few reviews anyway. 4.5 stars. That's why I went for it. Trying it out, it's perfect. I don't know if it will change over time, but it's one of these things you can't tell. The stuff that I'm using is getting pretty old, but it still works. I don't have any problems peeling it off, but sometimes they do start to get to the point where you can feel that they're just curling up all the time. So as I said, I think I've thrown away 2 sheets out of about 200 in, I don't know, a year and a half. I'm guessing that it could be longer, but I use them all the time. So if you are looking for release paper, as I said, at least try and make sure it is double-sided. That is important. It saves any mistakes where you accidentally put the wrong side on the glue and it gets stuck. It just is a hassle to get off. You can do it, but it is a pain. So I would say it's definitely worth spending a little bit extra to get double-sided release paper, and that way you don't even have to think about it. As I said, I have done videos about release paper in the past, and again what I'll do is I'll put some links in the descriptions and you can have a look at them. I think the one that I've got about how I use release paper is pretty old, and I'm pretty sure it's single-sided release paper. I haven't used that for, in fact I've thrown that away. I don't use it. I got double-sided after I had done that. Maybe it's time to do a new video. But the thing is, the principle of how I use the release paper is exactly the same. But I would just recommend that you go for double-sided. That is, makes your life easier, I'll put it that way. You don't have to think about it. So that is it for today. Again, it was just somebody had commented and said that they couldn't find the release paper that I used. Excuse me. They couldn't find the release paper that I used, and I found out that the company no longer sells release paper. So I thought, okay, I'll have a look and get some new stuff. So that's how this video came about. So if you have any questions or ideas, please feel free to drop me a line. It might result in a new video. This morning I was just browsing through my Gems Flow app and looking at the companies that I have bought diamond paintings from. Actually, I've got one to add because in that package there was another one, but that will take up to 43. 43 different companies I have tried as far as diamond painting goes. That is not including companies that I've just bought accessories from. So I have tried quite a lot of companies. I had no idea it was so many, but it just shows diamond painting is a very popular hobby, and there are a lot of companies out there. Some companies appear and disappear very quickly, and other companies appear and improve and just get better and better. The thing is to find out which is which, and that's why I do these videos, so people can know what to expect if they buy from specific companies. Hopefully people find it helpful. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and hit the notification button. If you do that, you may catch me live on YouTube. I do random YouTube lives where I work on whichever project it is at the time. At the moment it is Roaring Tiger from Craftology. You can drop in, see what I'm working on. I do work with tweezers, square drills. I use tweezers all the time. I know a lot of people don't, and a lot of people struggle with them. So if you want to drop in and see how I use the tweezers, ask me questions about how to use them, feel free. And apart from that, I just enjoy talking to people around the world, getting to know them a little bit. A bit more personal than just posting on messenger groups and that sort of thing. So if that appeals to you, please subscribe, hit the notification button, and you will get a little message when I go live. You will also get a little message when I post a new video. I still have quite a backlog. I injured my finger at work a few weeks ago, and I was waiting on the stitches healing, so my unboxing stopped for a while, and it meant that the backlog was building up. So I still have quite a few diamond paintings and things, not just diamond paintings, to unbox and let people see. So they will be coming up pretty regularly now. So yeah, if you subscribe, you will see what's next. So thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.